Hey, what's going on, guys? Bob Mentality here. I just want to give a couple thoughts on where we're at in this current daily downtrend. My thoughts on the ES VIX and probably some tech. So pretty much what we've got going on, guys, here is a clear daily downtrend. We've had some bounces along the way, but no significant change of the daily chart, right? From the weekly chart, you can see 3,400, 3,600 are notable areas of support, and we made so far an attempt at a bounce here on the weekly. We'll see if we set a higher low on the weekly and continue the upside chance, right? All the price action below 4,000 has been soaked so far. Decent bearish volume on this pullback, nothing too crazy. And now we're seeing an upside move. Zoom in here on the 4-hour. Most notable demand, let's just say 40, right? 4,050 and 4,000 are the most notable support levels. Overhead supply, guys, is at 4,100 and 4,150. Over that, we can extend up back to that 4,300 area that we sold so hard from. This is a sick bounce, but what you need to remember is it's just a bounce in a downtrend, right? If you're long, make sure you keep your stop, either trail stop or stop break even, because as soon as the music stops, we can see this thing pull back, looking to make that daily high or low anywhere over 38.55, right? Most likely it's going to be over 4,000. That's about 50% retrace, and that's a pretty heavy psychological level. That's where I expect the most demand. So if we do pull back, that's kind of where I'm looking. But so far, guys, we have room to that 4,150, right? We're on 4,100 now. We get through that, we have room to 4,150. Otherwise, watch that 4,000 to hold under 4,000. I'd be really sketched out with any sort of long. One interesting note about the VIX has been getting sold off pretty hard. No impressive bull action here today at all from the VIX. There doesn't seem to be a ton of fear. Keep in mind, we're still elevated over 20 until we get down back below, 23, 22. There's a chance for this thing to rip back up straight back to the 30, right? Kind of similar to how it did right here. On a quick move to the upside. But the VIX has been trading contrary to how it has in the past. So right now, let's just see if we do see that panic, right? But so far, we're not seeing it. I can see it retrace to 4,000, but that's pretty much about it. The bulls can continue this move. Let's just looking at a couple beta names here. Apple on the hourly, nice move up in that 150 over 150 and go to 152.50. Amazon sitting here at the 2,300 has room up to the 390s, 2,400, and then 2,500, of course. But on the pullback, should be that 2,200 demand is what I'd be keeping an eye on. AMD, amazing rip to the upside. It got upgraded today. Extremely strong just out of the gates. Very impressive move. AMD honestly has room. Wrong chart there. Zoom it out. AMD has room up to 105 on this leg. And then, I don't think it makes it much further than that. If ES goes to 4,150, I think 105 AMD is pretty achievable. Maybe 106. If this thing gets anywhere near 110 on a move to 4,150, that's probably going to be a pretty sick short, looking for that downside pivot. Any gap up tomorrow on ES towards that 4,150 is going to be a deal short entry. So we get through that 105 towards 106. AMD has potential there for that downside move. NVIDIA is just sympathy to AMD, but not as strong. You want to look at that 185, 187.50, some supply on it. Demand is going to be on that 177. And I didn't mention AMD demand. 198. 198 and then down to 94 is what I'd look at. Microsoft can see 270 supply, 274, 275 supply. As far as demand, I don't really like this at this. I like it at 250. You know what I mean? So, what demand do you want to use? 260, 250. Just use today's lows, right? On this yank, yeah, 260, 250 clear demand. Then below that, 255, 256, something like that. So that's kind of where we're sitting at on a lot of beta names. I'll check out Tesla real quick. Tesla, not the strongest day. I honestly, compared to other beta names, if you look on the daily chart here, Tesla looks like it's not getting too far off these lows, and it hasn't broken yesterday's price action despite the huge rip on the ES and the Qs. Tesla seems kind of bearish, guys. Let me jump look at AMD. AMD broke to the upside. Amazon broke to the upside. Apple broke to the upside. Over yesterday's price action, right? Nvidia broke to the upside, but Tesla has not. This is pretty heavy. I think Tesla, if it breaks below 700, this name can get killed. So keep an eye on it with that bearish idea. Under 780 is the line in the sand. Over that can go 800 plus. But this 720 snap, and we can start melting, guys. We can start melting. So keep an eye on this. You see I have an alert there. That's all I get, guys. Bulls are looking for a continuation of 4150. Yes. Bears are scouting for that daily lower high. And that can happen here, 4100, 4150, anytime overnight, anything like that. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, guys. Remember to stay focused, develop that bot mentality, which is a trade mentality. We learn to eliminate your emotions. You can trade like a machine, guys. I'm out of here. Deuces.